Hello everybody and welcome back to MyES TV's episode of Speak Like a Native with me, Anthony. Now today we're going to be looking at preposition tips. Now, in my opinion as a teacher, prepositions are without a doubt the most difficult part of a language. There are often no rules and it's just a question of memorizing or using what feels right to you. But that all said, we do have some tips. So let's look at some of the common preposition collocations. The first on this list is preposition plus verb. You use the verb in the ing form. This is a general rule for all prepositions in the English language. If you have a preposition that is immediately followed by a verb, you use the ing form. You do not use the infinitive. An example would be something like, I'm tired of going out, or I'm tired of eating sushi. Let's order Vietnamese instead. Or another example, I keep thinking about going on holiday in August. It's so far away. So in the first example, of eating. Of is the preposition, and it is followed by the verb to eat, so we use eating. In the second example, the preposition is about, followed by the verb go, so we use the ing form. General rule, write it down, practice. Number 2 of our rules is a verb of motion plus a place means that you use the preposition to. The classic error that Italians make when they use verbs of motion like to go or to come or to drive is to follow the Italian method of using in or at. For example, I go in Puglia. I go at Rome. Not in English. We show motion or movement in English by using the preposition to. This communicates A to B. Some examples. Last week, I went to Spain on holiday. The taxi driver came to the airport to pick us up, and I was late. Another example. I'm driving to Milan tomorrow. I'm not excited for the traffic. Rule number 3. In or on plus motion. This is building on what we've just said. If you want to use the prepositions in or on, but with motion involved, then the preposition typically becomes into or onto, combined together. In spoken conversational English, many native speakers don't do this. It tends to be more common in descriptive English, like in books, for example. For example, he took the phone out of his pocket and he put it onto the table. Arriving home at his apartment, he threw his keys down onto the table and went to get a beer from the fridge because it's Friday night. The next one is the use of the preposition by. Now, by is a curious preposition and it can have many different meanings. We'll do this in several different categories. The first is describing the way or mode of doing something. This is often used with transport or methods of communication. For example, he got to work by car. Or I spoke to her by phone the other day. The second is by plus a place. Now, this is extremely common in English, to be honest with you, and it means near or in the vicinity of. For example, there is a good pub by the train station. The third is by plus a reflexive pronoun, and this means alone or without help or without anyone else. For example, he made that cake by himself. Or I like to go on holiday by myself. Very relaxing. Nobody else to talk to. I hope these will be useful to you. Write them down, and as always, practice is the key. Now, when you do practice these, I recommend writing some examples in the future in the past, in the present, in the conditional. So you are exercising these examples in all possible tenses because it will help it to stick in your brain. If any of these were new to you, or if you already knew them, comment down below telling us which of these you use most commonly, and make sure that you leave us a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this, and switch on the bell icon so the next time we upload, you get an instant notification. My name is Anthony. This is MyES TV. Have a good evening, or morning, or afternoon.